Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, aka the Dude, aka the King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calter and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the JO party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs. And it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live. YKWD live, all the Calter and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon. And you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there. And you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 get you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show.
Right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calter and Kelly.
That's for you. Hello, we're back.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, Miguel.
What are you drinking? A little Donkey Kong mug today?
This is given to me by my good friend Mush.
Luigi?
He gave me this cup, and I use it pretty much every other day.
What possesses a man to buy another man a Donkey Kong mug, Mush?
Christmas.
Yeah.
And
like
also,
where you're like,
Bobby throws barrels at me.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Did I throw a barrel at you once? I know I've threatened your life. I know I've definitely threatened your life. I don't think we've had a hot one in a while, though.
No, I've gotten better, and you've also calmed yourself during the pandemic. You found other ways to make me do better.
Jesus, he's got you roped into that bullshit, huh? Does he call you every day and read affirmations to you?
I would rather he yelled at me.
Okay, let's get into this. Let's just get into this.
Are we going to get into this before we get into the elephant in the room right now?
There's 3 elephants in the room. I don't know what fucking elephant you're talking about.
Oh, I don't know. I'm talking about trying to think of a funny line. I can't think of one.
Well, there you go.
I'm talking about you, Lance Armstrong. Did you ride to work today?
No, it's not all of us have a mansion like you, where you have like side rooms for just putting fucking
I've been to your home. You have a very lovely home.
I have a lovely home.
It's palatial.
I don't know. It is not palatial.
Yeah.
I don't have a
do you or do you not have a room with drums in it? Just drums in an office?
I do.
Okay. That's an extra room. That's a room for you to store shit in that you were just about to accuse me of. But go ahead.
Hey, but it's full. It's full of shit. I don't have room to put my bike. I have a shed. I had to buy a shed to put stuff in, and it's full.
I mean, it's a shed when you put shit in it. It's a studio when you're not storing stuff. Like now,
half of it's a shed. That half over there, the wall. On the other side of that is all of our stuff.
Then that's where your bike should be. Right now, it's disrupting the flow of the show. It looks like you're doing the show from a shed.
And that is where I would put the bike, but there's not enough room for the bikes. Now that Max has a bike, because he rides a bike now, his bike is in there, Dawn's bike is in there, and my bike. And I have another bike, a folding bike that I got in New York years ago that Dawn won't let me give away or throw out. And she's like, keep it. What if somebody, it's like, who? We gotta pull out sofa. Nobody comes. Nobody comes. You know what the
5
sofa
years.
has?
5 years
Fucking-
I had a folding bike. I finally threw it out the other day. Never rode it once.
Yeah, I ride this bike all the time.
Yeah. It looks like a nice bike.
I ride it all the time. Me and Max do the trail. We ride around the neighborhood all the time. The other bike I want to get rid of. She won't let. I have a bike that's literally fucking this big. I don't know if you can see it. It folds up. It's got these little wheels and it folds out into, and when you're on it, you feel like you're on a 10 speed, but it's literally a bike you can put on your back and take on the subway.
I've seen those. That's pretty awesome.
Okay? I loved it in New York City. It was great, but I'm not going to use it up here. Plus I'm fucking 100 pounds heavier than when I bought it.
You don't want to test the structural integrity of those rims at any point.
I want to give it to Max and let him ride it now that he knows how to ride a bike. Because that's a bike we can take with us on the road and he can ride a bike around if he wants to. Ba-boom, ba-bing. But the other one, we don't need that fucking Donahue or Dohoe or Dewey. But okay, so all right, you want me to get rid of it? Is it buggy?
No. Oh,
No,
Jesus.
I'll do it. No, you get what you want, Mike.
I mean, that's much better. You got to admit, that's much better.
Okay, there we go.
Why is it feeding back today?
What?
It looks so much better now. You got the lighting.
Yes.
You got the picture of you.
Yes. Okay, we're back. Is that better? Do you feel better?
I mean, it'd been better if you did it before the show started, but it's cool.
I forgot, kind of.
That's you.
Oh, good. That's what you get. You're allergic to your own bullshit.
I did something very Florida today.
What, you were racist?
No, we're not racist in Florida. We're just the
Are
South.
you out of your mind?
We're just the South. Things are done different ways down here.
Okay, then what are you fucked your friend's wife?
I made a purchase today that was very Floridian.
Oh, okay. You bought a python.
Oh no, I bought a. You want me to tell you? I bought an AK-47 assault rifle today. The preferred weapon of your enemy. It makes a distinct sound when fired at you.
You mean the Russian AK-47?
Duh.
The gun that the Taliban uses?
Duh. Own one now.
What? Okay. Here's where the gun debate gets difficult. Okay.
Even I'm on your side on the gun debate on this one. This is an unnecessary purchase.
Yeah, dude.
Except let me in all seriousness, let me explain this to you first. This is something we were talking about today.
All right.
When the election happens, it's going to be lose-lose no matter who you're going for. If Trump wins, all those people, oh, mine's nicer than that. All the people who were lighting shit on fire and marching through the streets, that's going to go crazy if Trump wins because they don't want 4 more years of that shit and they're going to get violent right away. Do you agree with that? If Trump wins.
I agree. If Trump wins, I agree there's going to be violence in the streets, but I would say I would hope that there would be something in place to deal with that. Like now,
there hasn't been though, and now, all right. And then if Biden wins,
can I say something really quick before we go?
Yeah.
I don't think there has been because there's an election. People tend not to. And I don't know anything about elections.
I get what you're saying.
Before you tweeted me, dude, stick to comedy. I get it. You're absolutely right. But I believe that it's an election year, and you don't want to risk the fact of fucking doing some crazy shit, and then you lose the election. Wait till after the election, and then you can do what the fuck you want to do.
Also, on a side note, fuck you, anybody that ever tweeted at me and said, stick to radio. You don't know about this. You don't know about it either. When I talk about sports, I talk about sports from a fan's point of view. I'm no sports expert. So when I talk about it from a fan. People tweet, you don't know anything. Don't talk about sports. I say, fuck you. I watched the Monday Night Football game. I want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. And the same thing with politics. I'm not running for office. I'm an American citizen who has a right to vote, so I can comment on whatever I want to comment on. So if Trump wins, I mean, if Trump loses, yeah, there you go. then I think Trump doesn't leave office. I think Trump says, no, bullshit, fake news, counts off. I won the popular vote, lost the electoral vote. We didn't get any of the ballots and blah, blah, blah. And says, fuck you, I'm not leaving. And then come January, we got ourselves a problem. And I'm going to be holed up here in my moat surrounded home with my new AK-47.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be ready to just stay here and live off my food storage that I got for
it sucks that it sucks. Dude, first of all, you could live off your food storage for a week.
No, I got a lot of stuff.
I know.
I got freezer meat, and I got that like Valley Forge stuff that they that astronaut food that lasts 25 years. I bought a bunch of that shit.
First of all, it's just called meat. There's no difference between freezer meat and regular meat. One is in the freezer. We get it.
My freezer is filled with meat, is what I meant.
Yeah, okay. We'll say that. Don't try to make up a new type of meat. Now everybody's like, dude, where do I get freezer meat? You're gonna send me down a spiral. Don, we gotta get freezer meat. What is freezer meat? It's meat that's for the freezer.
Oh, you need to have a good assortment of freezer meat.
Look, we have freezer meat. But you're not. If Biden wins, I don't think Trump is going to fight it whatsoever. I think Trump is going to. He's going to be probably relieved. Like they say, people don't want to be president; they want to be ex-president.
Yeah,
that's where you make the money. That's where you can go off. Look, people didn't like George Bush. Now they're all lovey-dovey with him. Okay. When I think if Biden wins, whether they steal it or not, he'll go on. He'll be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out. I don't need this shit. I'll just go be a billionaire now. Why would he want to stay?
Why did he want to do it in the first place?
Because I don't think he did.
No, you might be right. He toyed with running for years.
Yeah, I think he did. He was a Democrat. He ran Republican because he could win more easily, he thought, and he did. And he wasn't supposed to. Every fucking thing said he wasn't going to win. Every turn of event, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. Oh, he's just blah, blah. And then he won. And now
Which,
he's like,
by the way, is how it is now.
Yeah.
Everything is saying he's not going to win, including different computer algorithms that say there's no way he's going to win, which leads us to believe that he could actually win again.
Well, I think if he loses, you have two people in there. You know, if you had Warren and you had Sanders, I think we'd be I'd be a little more scared of the progressive left shit that was about to happen. But I think Biden and Kamala Harris are career politicians and they'll fucking just keep things. I think we'll be able to go back into the matrix for 4 years.
See, I disagree. I think that Biden's time is limited, and I think Harris is in there before his term is over. And I think that was the plan all along. Harris couldn't win, but Biden could win because of his history. And then once she gets in there, I mean, she's on that new Green Deal thing. Listen, I know everybody doesn't want to hear politics again, but all I'm saying is, let me ask you this. Will you vote?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yep, I will. I'm voting this year.
All right.
Yes. And like Denzel Washington said, none of your business.
Yep, I didn't ask.
I love, though, the way people assume I'm voting. Like, I've had comics go, look, we still love you even though your politics. Nobody even knows my politics. I'm not even really political. I just don't like hypocrisy, and I don't like stupid people and assholes.
Yes,
so,
that's how I became known as a Trump guy, because I've heard such preposterous things that I've had to defend Trump, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're always defending Trump because what you're saying is wrong." That doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to vote for him. You don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's very fucking weird the way they you're either or. That's it. And if you don't vote or you don't pick a side, you're part of the problem. It's like they really just yell at you. They really try to bully you into getting even the stupid thing. And these goddamn celebrities. God. I mean, I really like Sarah Silverman, but stop making videos and telling us what to do.
With your shirtless old father with you.
I mean, look, at least she tried to make it funny. You know what I mean? But it's like, why are you naked? Like, what are you doing, Chris? Chris, what do you do? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't get
And I
it.
guarantee you're not naked. I guarantee you, Chris had shorts on. I guarantee Garofalo had pants on. You want to do this video? Then fucking do it. Go outside with your fucking ding ding out and let me see your ding ding. Let me see your ball sack. Let me see your little payu. Don't just take your shirt off and try to scam me into thinking you're naked. All right. Let me see your fucking blurred out vag.
We're on to you.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
It's like you got, oh, I'm naked. No, you're not naked. It's the top of your body. And why are you naked? Yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is for. What is this for?
It was for the naked ballots. You know, it's like, guys, we don't need you. We really don't need you doing this. You can talk to me, but please stop with your dramatic. And here's the thing too, is you can see these guys, they're doing these things. They're supposed to be from the heart. And she's sitting there going, and then if you want to, and then you can see them reading shit. Yeah. It's like, you're an actor. You couldn't have took a half hour. You know, I memorized fucking 18 pages of 18 Wheels of Justice for an audition in 20 minutes. Okay. You can memorize one paragraph of horse shit about being naked for the naked ballads.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you didn't have to read it off a stupid computer. Anyways, we definitely digressed into some horse shit. I believe in America. I believe in freedom. I believe in the police. I believe in the fire department and the Coast Guard and the Navy and the Marines and the Army and the Air Force, Space Force. I believe in this country. I think we've come farther than any country has ever come, and we are willing to keep going so that everybody is equal. Everybody has a chance. And the one thing that we have, it's not the color of your skin that is different. Maybe culturally we're different. We like different foods. We like to have different barbecues or family functions. We like different sports, but the skin color has nothing to do with it. What type of thing you put in your mouth sexually has nothing to do with it. It's whether you're an asshole or not, whether you're a fucking twat or not. That's what matters.
Twat or not.
Twat or not. Okay, that's what America is. Either you're a twat or you're not, and that's who I don't like. Twats.
Amen. This is why we get along so well.
We really do. God damn it, number one best friend.
But
you
can be attracted to your friend who has a lady who has a penis, and I don't care about it.
I'm fucking hugely attracted to Bailey J.
Can I tell you though? I definitely liked Bailey J's husband.
I love him.
Well, that was the first time I ever met him, was when he came in on the show, and he was a very cool guy.
He was a great guy, and fucking stupid Jacob attacked him for no reason, and I feel like he took it well.
He didn't give a shit.
No, Matt is a very confident man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that they're down here and I don't know them. Like, I feel like I should know them.
I think because I don't know this for a fact, by the way. I've never talked to them, but you know, they don't want to expose themselves to.
They're not circus freaks.
They're not circus freaks, and they don't want to go on something and be, you know, have fans, you know, blah,
they want
blah.
to live a normal life. I get it. But when you're down here and they come to the show, I want to meet them.
All right, then yeah, you'll love, you and Bailey would get along great.
I'm sure.
Nothing would make me happier than just fucking going into your stupid what is it called? The Humvee? What is it?
Hummer?
No, the other one, your $1 million people transporter.
The Sprinter.
Yeah,
I actually prefer $1 million people transporter. That's a much better name.
Your $1 million people transporter. If I went in there like after my show and you were just fucking just balls deep on Bailey. Oh
yeah, you're safe on that happening.
Yeah, whatever. But I do want to get into something with you.
Oh, good, because I want to get into something with you too. Who wants to start?
I want you to start.
Well,
Because
mine's not like I have questions for you, but if you feel like you have something with me,
no, I feel like this. I feel like you could do, like Mike said at the beginning of this. I have found my serenity in the pandemic.
Jesus Christ.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I think, look, during this whole fucking thing, I've gone back to meetings. I've found some peace of mind. I've become healthier mentally, and I've done a lot of things. And I hate that you poo poo on spirituality or serenity or some type of sereneness. I think you could meditate. I think you could use some sereneness in your life.
I think if I was any more serene, I'd be asleep. I'm so calm. And I'm not against people who go to therapy or people who meditate or any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like all those little fortune cookie things that you read every day. They're good for you, but not for me. But I have addressed because you're like, oh, when the bells of peace ring, let them chime in your soul. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm glad you enjoy it, and I'm happy for you. Now, I will tell you that I have addressed every problem that I have in my life on my own, and I figured them all out. I've handled it all. I have. I mean, like I have.
I think you're forgetting one of the problems that you've been.
I'm 54 pounds of it into it.
Listen, but
that's part of the problem. Is me being overweight has never been a problem.
Yeah,
I was always cool. Like, what's that?
Pete Corelli one day, he was downstairs at the cellar, and he was like, dude, I gave up weed. I feel so good. It's out of my life. Smoking a cigarette, and then he took a beer. I'm fucking fine now. It's like, dude, everybody has something. Okay.
Yes. That's life, though. That's life. Nobody is perfect.
Yes.
But I'm not. Yes.
Why do you think? Isn't there something inside of you of why you're overweight?
I know I am overweight.
Why?
Because when I was a kid, I was very poor, and you never can count on. I mean, we always had dinner. I'm not like we didn't have any food, but you didn't know what the next meal was going to be. Like there were times my mother made us pasta with ketchup on it. That was our spaghetti sauce. No bullshit. And so we grew up just being grateful for every meal. So whenever you had the opportunity, you ate as much as you could because that's the way it was. And my whole family was like that because they all came from poor backgrounds in Italy and all that. So that's why. Right. Now that I'm older and I know about nutrition and all the other stuff, now I buy snacks now because I couldn't get them when I was a kid. We couldn't buy candy bars when I was a kid, but when I was in my 30s and I had plenty of money, I'm like, give me 2 candy bars. Like,
okay, eat them all. So why don't you deal with that?
But I have dealt with it. I'm
looking right at you.
Well, it's a lot easier. I mean, dealing with it mentally, I could deal with it, but it's a lot harder to just lose weight.
But you don't understand that you have to get to the root of it with somebody. You can't just think it. You should talk to somebody and go back. Hang on, before you make your little I can smell shit, but I don't know where it is face. If you went back and got into that when you were a kid, that must have been hard. That must have affected you because here you are in your 40s and it's still with you. So if you go back, like I'm dealing with it, I'm trying to deal with all this shit right now and let it go. And it's actually helping me with, my anger and my frustration and my fears and all my shit. Why don't you go back and talk to somebody about it?
Because I don't have any anger or fear or frustration about it. What happened was because of the years of doing it the way I did it, you've built up a food addiction. You've built up a way of life, and it's hard to just turn that around on a 180. But I for the first time took it seriously when the pandemic started, and I started going on this diet, and I've still been solid on it. I've lost almost 60 pounds, and I'm still going. So, it's not mental stuff that's holding me up. It's hard to do. Are you
on a diet? Or is just the way the way you're living from now on?
No, I'm on a diet. I need to get, if I can get to about 270, I'm 6'3". If I can get to 275, 280, I'll be happy.
But how are you going to maintain that if you're going to go back to eating the shit food that you were eating?
Because I was working out for a while and then I got lazy. So I know I'm going to have to change my lifestyle, whereas I can't eat the shit that I was eating, or at least I can't eat as much of it. Certainly as I'm approaching 50 years old, I just have to change the way I do things. But now I'm not worried about where the next meal is coming from. I got 25 years worth of fucking astronaut food inside.
But you have freezer meat.
Got freezer meat.
Now, I'm just saying that if you went to somebody, you might be able to go back into those times and go through that stuff and work it out and let some of that go, and you might not have to deal with it.
It's all worked out. It's logical. No money, no food. Much money, much more food. It worked out very well.
I think there's
I'm not
something else in
mad
it.
at somebody. I'm not. That's the thing. Certain people have things in their life that the one traumatic experience that I had that I explained to everybody just throws it back in my face.
What?
I was molested as a child by a girl. And because I was a girl and she was only a little bit older than me, everybody was like, oh, you just got jerked off. But I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but it could be one of those traumatic moments, but it writes it off. Other than that, I've had no trauma. My parents got divorced. I didn't talk to my dad.
That's
I do
trauma.
talk to my dad now. Yeah, but I've talked to my dad for the last 30 years
But
now. We have a
did you
great
ever
relationship.
did you ever deal with that?
Yes. I have forgiven my father for being a bad father. And my father's already put in years of being a good father after that to both me and my sister. So now I'm like, he's a good father now.
Okay.
See, I got it. I got it all worked out. I'm the worst guy. I agree with you. People need therapy. I'm just not that guy.
Okay.
I tried to go to therapy and then I realized what therapy is. It's just me wanting to hear my own voice again. It's just me telling stories to a different audience.
I don't think so, because I went to therapy last week. I actually made a list of things. Why am I doing that?
What? Making a list
I
of
can
things?
hear myself in mushes. I mean, in your microphone. I made a list of things, man, that I haven't really told anybody.
See, now that I'd like to know.
Well, you won't know, but I did make a list of. I'm hearing an echo. I'm hearing me in your speaker.
I know. I don't hear it. I know what you're saying, but I don't hear it.
Right. When you guys don't wear headphones and you go quiet, your microphone picks it up as speech.
Oh, you're an asshole.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry.
kidding, mush. So, Bobby, give me one of the things that's on that list.
All right. How's that? Is that better?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're the one that complaining about it.
Hang on now. Hang on, fucking Jabberwocky. Okay, you there?
All right, yeah. So now tell me one of the things that's on those lists.
No, I will not. But the thing is,
if you can just give me a little idea of what one of them is. You don't tell me all the details. Just give me an idea.
No. It was sexual.
Something you did or something that was done to you?
Something that both.
And this is not something you've talked about before?
Yes.
See, that's the difference. I don't have any of those.
Okay. All right.
But I understand why you think that I would, because you've experienced a lot of stuff. I haven't.
I just think it's good too. I think it's good in life. The baggage we carry around that we try to deal with or forget or suppress and just go, oh, that was then. It never goes away until you kind of tell somebody else and talk about it and either forgive yourself or forgive that person. So when you say I forgive my dad and he's been a good dad, okay, great. I understand that. That makes sense to me. So I can say, okay, cool. You've dealt with some of your shit. You know what I mean? But personally, I am dealing with it. You know what I mean? I have to constantly deal with it. I feel like I'm constantly going to be dealing with it forever because of how twisted and knotted up all these things are in me. It's going to be impossible. It's like, when you're fishing, you're having a good time. All of a sudden you get knotted up and you're sitting there for an hour and a half trying to unknot it, and sometimes you just got to cut your line loose and put another fucking lure on. And that's why they call me the Analogy King.
But I get it, and I do agree with that. Now I wish you would open up to me and tell me what these problems were.
Maybe someday I will, not on a fucking podcast.
Well, don't ever do it like when it's just me and you. That'll freak me out.
What do you want me to do it live?
Oh, if we're like in Tennessee smoking a cigar and you're like start telling me your stories and then you cry, I won't know what to do. I may just fucking drown myself.
Why?
I don't know. I just, if you're like,
so if I opened up at you as a friend and started crying and telling you would fucking throw yourself in a river?
Yeah. Don't tell me when we're near something where I could jump.
Okay. All right.
I would rather you look at me and tell me you were in love with me. and at least I can, you're a fag. I'm not gay. But if you started crying and telling me about traumatic things that happened to you as a child, I don't know if I can handle that.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. At least we know where the boundaries are. You goddamn wall. Fat JC.
I would have looked at you and said, look, some shit you just better keep in. Now, on the other end, if you called me up and you were like, hey, there's a guy in my neighborhood and he's the guy that molested me as a child, I'd be like, I got it. I'll go take care of it for you. That I'm good for.
Just with your AK.
Nah, I'd have to use my hands on that. But you just let me know and I'll take care of that. But
I don't like that in that scenario. I'm some weak dove that couldn't. I mean, like I got to hire you to come in.
Who's the dove between the two of us?
Look, I'm more loving, but I'm pretty
a turkey
violent.
vulture compared to you.
I am a violent guy.
Yes, but right now you live your life as a dove.
Right. Yes, I am.
I'm a peacock. I'm constantly showing my feathers, but I'll peck your fucking face out if I have to.
I would take the P out of that, but yes, you're right. Okay, so all right.
You are a dove. I wish somebody would draw a picture of you as a dove.
So I don't understand. Can I, before you get into your thing with me, maybe I should find out what your thing with me is, because it might have to do with.
Mine's not just as serious. I just have an observation that I made.
Oh, what is it?
It's I have to set it up. I have to explain it before, because if it's going to get out of hand, if I just let it go. This is my opinion, and I believe that many people believe the same thing that I'm about to say, but a lot of people are afraid to say it.
I already don't like it. I already don't like it because you've already put a whole group of people against me that aren't against me, but you think they should be.
You'll be delightfully surprised to know that I am not putting people against you.
Okay, go ahead.
With an open mind and an open heart.
I don't like it. I don't like when somebody says, dude, have an open mind. That means it's gonna hurt. And I'm not opening my heart to this.
This is not gonna hurt. I guarantee you it's not gonna hurt.
Observation, go.
I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna think that I'm saying it because we're friends, but I'm not. As for the 8 months of shows that we've been doing, you'll know I have no problem stomping on your feelings. I'm gonna say this is what I've learned this weekend. I watched Saturday Night Live. Bill Burr is a brilliant commentator, and he did a good job with his opening monologue. Bobby Kelly, funnier comedian, without a doubt. George Carlin, brilliant mind, not that funny. I watch George Carlin, I don't laugh a lot as much as I go, whoa. Bobby Kelly makes the back of my head hurt from laughing so hard, and I've literally cried from it. Bobby Kelly, funnier comedian. Maybe one of the funniest comedians in our day right now. And I don't know how many people can say that because their careers and things along those lines hinge across whose ass you kiss. So that is the observation that I made this weekend. And see, you thought I was going to be mean.
I did. I didn't think. I mean, you set it up a little weird, but look, I appreciate that. I don't. I will be honest. I should be further along in this business.
But it's not because of, yes, you definitely should. But that's because the machine didn't operate the right way.
Well, the machine, yes, there is something. Okay. There is something to it. And I do believe it's, there's forces that be that have to say yes.
Yes.
There's forces that be like Instagram. We had on YKWd, I think we had Beth. She's just hilarious. She's funny. And she says, I don't see your Instagram feed anymore. I don't know why. Because I love following you, but and I was like, because I've been shadow banned. They blocked my feed. Somebody made a decision at Instagram or Facebook and said, yeah, we don't want his feed getting to people. So
well, let me ask you a question. Do you think there are people that I believe have been shadow banned?
Yeah.
Do you think for one reason or another you've been shadow banned, or do you think you've not been overly promoted like they do with some people?
I don't know. I think because I was getting like 70,000 views on videos. I was getting 69,000 views, 65. I mean, I was getting thousands. I was in the pocket of like, I remember going, okay, we're there. We're getting views. And I put a lot of content out. And then all of a sudden it went away in a day. It was like, I mean, just gone. And I can't believe that. And then when you hear that people aren't seeing my stuff,
yeah,
it's like, oh, somebody has to allow that to happen, I guess, and they were, but then they shut that valve off for some reason. Like, I believe they're picking who gets seen and who doesn't. Now, I think you could probably get popular enough on something to where that algorithm doesn't matter.
Right.
Maybe. But I, and then this is bitching and complain. And, people have say, you're where you're supposed to be. I think I heard Rogan say that, you're where you're supposed to. It's like, listen, dude, I don't believe that, everything that I've gotten in this business was given to me by friends, Louis, Leary, Burr, Colin, Dane. These are friends who had a position of power and pushed me through.
Right.
Because the other people didn't want me. And then I got through and prevailed.
Yeah.
Cop Show prevailed. They didn't want me on Tough Crowd at all. They wanted nothing to do with me. Pushed me through. Leary just gave me the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Louis just put me on. I didn't audition for those things. I didn't. And but I believe, and there's a lot of people that, even, Rogan knows who, he pushed through. Are they are they the funniest people in the planet? Should they be making millions of dollars at stand-up comedy? Should they be selling out 19 shows? Maybe not. You know what I mean? Is that, that's just, I think that's luck. I think it's who I think, but that's what you should be doing. He should be putting over his friends. You know what I mean? You should be going, dude, I got all this. I'm going to take you with me. And he did that. That's why you got to respect that. He said, I'm taking Eric. Come on, let's go. You guys are my pals. I'm going, you're coming with me.
And he taught them how to do that for other people so that they all did that in a circle together.
Yes. Comics do that with each other. So I don't agree with, where you're at, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like Patrice used to say it all the time. It's your get me over. Like Patrice it was just about to be put over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they finally said, all right, let's go. They finally were giving him a shot, right? Even on the roast, he didn't even do his jokes. He was like, fucking fuck it. You know what I mean? They don't like that shit, but so, as far as, Burr, look, Burr's another guy. They didn't want to give him anything. You know what I mean? That's why I really respect Burr, because he went and did it. Look, the industry loves Burr. He's a redheaded guy from Canton. When he first came out, he had a Go pilot. He was, let's give him everything. And whatever didn't pan out, and he had to go back to clubs. And then he got a mailing list, and he was like, fuck it. He grinded it out in clubs. When we did the movie Cheat in the book and all that shit, that was us grinding it out because nobody would give us a shot. So we just did it ourselves. We made our own movie.
Right.
because nobody would give us that opportunity while they were just throwing money at fucking other people that were putting out shit, not even making content. They were just wasting creativity, taking the money, putting shit out, and it didn't work. We actually just put our own money and got some out of it. And now where he's at to host SNL and to go up and do that monologue, because he could have done something else. He went up and did Burr, knowing that, you know what, this is what I do. This is how I do it. And there's no B plan. And he went up and he talked about race. He talked about COVID. He talked about
Karens,
gays. He did his thing. And now, you know, people are mad and it doesn't matter because the masses were like, that was a fucking great monologue and you pulled it off and it was great.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He and a guy like that, for all the stuff he's got going on now, it's all from one thing. His stand-up.
yes,
Undeniable.
yep.
So
And I'm not trying to take anything away from him. The guy's brilliant at what he does. I'm just talking about funny. When it comes to funny, I find you to be, and I don't just mean funnier than him. I find you funnier than a lot of people stand up.
No, I appreciate that, man. I know that I'm fucking a funny cocksucker.
And by the way, Chris said Burr got lucky with Chappelle. I don't think so. People barely remember him from that. They remember him, but that didn't propel him into.
Well, no, Chappelle show and the Chappelle tour after that he did, that helped him out. That absolutely did. He got put over by Chappelle.
Yeah,
the stuff he did on Chappelle was great, and that got him the tour with Charlie Murphy and Darnell, and that tour got him a fan base. And then, but here's a guy who, I mean, I remember living with him, dude. He would be on his fucking computer all day long writing jokes.
Yeah.
You know, me and Patrice would be playing Tekken 3. You know what I mean?
To your point, Bobby, it wasn't any of his TV stuff that really put him over. It was his performance at the O&A tour that everyone puts as
that moment where when he was like, listen,
annihilated. Yeah.
Yep. And he created that's when he kind of forged himself, you know what I mean? In steel. I
remember that because Bert came in and Bert was like, "Did you guys see what Bill Burr did?" And we are like, "No." Like, we kind of knew who Bill Burr was. We know he was, "Oh, you didn't hear it? You got to watch it. It's the fucking best thing ever." And he pulled it up on YouTube, and we were like, "Holy shit!" That was when he told that guy, when he told him, "You have one of the greatest boxers of all time is from here, and you got a statue of a fake boxer on the block, dude." There was so many great lines in that thing.
Oh my God, it was great. But that's, Burr was like, that was when Burr with his brothers and his friends and all this, the stuff that made him want to do stand-up comedy. That's when it came out that night, and he's only enhanced it ever since. But, as far as I go, I appreciate that. I'm fucking hilarious. And, there's evolutions to things because look at 10 years in 2008, Dane Cook was the number one comic in the fucking world doing arenas.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew Joe Rogan was a comic.
Yeah. He was that guy from News Radio.
I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Billy Burr was doing a tour with Donnell Rawlins and Charlie Murphy. Dane was selling out 20,000 seaters.
Yep.
Okay. Now, and Dane was doing movies and he did this SNL, right? This is how this business works. Now, Billy is doing fucking SNL. Joe Rogan's a fucking a millionaire 100 times for doing a podcast, right? He's put 12 guys over. They're all fucking, a bunch of them are fucking millionaires, right? I mean, that's the way it goes, O&A, I was in with that crew. We made a lot of money at that time, and we did a lot of things. So, but who knows? In 5 years, I could be on a hit radio show on Sirius Satellite Radio called Calter and Kelly, where we're doing fucking tours, and I could be in movies, and doing comedy, doing my shit here and there. Maybe it might not be stand up for me. It might be a radio show. It might be a movie. It might be a TV show. I've always been flim-flamming back and forth between, TV and movies and acting and comedy. And now with this, so who the fuck knows?
I would watch a show. I would watch a show with you where you just played yourself. I think it would be great.
Yeah. I mean, all the things that I'm fucking doing, Mike, like even this, 30-day less titty challenge. It's like, I'm sitting there afraid to do anything because of my reputation, or I'm afraid to do something because of what other people will think. I'm afraid to do something because of something that I don't even know is real.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I was being called a fat fuck and you fucking whale and you're going to die and your kid's going to have no father, blah, blah, blah. And then I go and I do a workout thing every day. You're a failure. You fucking stink.
And this is all from me, by the way.
Yes, all from you. And it's like, I can't win with you, or you know what I mean? But it's like, so now fuck it. I'm thinking of, I want to do whatever I want to do now. I want to do, like, I'm doing this 30-day list titty challenge. I got people working out with me that are doing it when they get home from work. And at the end of that, that's cool. I want to do a comedy wood show. I want to go. I love bushcrafting. I love fucking going to the woods. I want to somehow incorporate that. Bushcraft Party Boys is probably not going to work because Ari's, they don't want to film it, blah, blah, but a comedy, something where I bring comics up in the woods and we do stuff, but I'm not talking like KOA camping. I want to go and do it and film it. And, so fuck it. Let's do it. Let me go up and do it. Even this weekend when I went up to I got to tell you about this weekend, dude.
Yeah. I mean, we had a little bit of a confrontation about it last week, but I accept it now.
You did?
Yeah. I remember when we were on the show, when we were both out of town and you told me you were going up and filming, and Mush and I were very upset that you didn't tell us about it.
I can't hear you.
Hello? Check 1, 2.
Oh no, it's probably my headphones. Hello.
Mush and I were very upset that you were filming this weekend and you didn't tell us about it.
Mush was not upset.
Mush was very upset. Mush, tell him how hurt your feelings were.
I couldn't believe it. I'm barely getting over it now.
Yeah, see? And you told us, and we were like, but I thought you would at least tell us about it, and you didn't, and it's cool. But now I'm not upset about it anymore, and now I'm anxious and I'm excited to hear what happened.
Well, look, I'm sitting there looking at, I'm looking at these, me and Don have been going up to New Hampshire for years. Right. And it's like this whole thing has had a profound effect on people differently. Right. And with me, it's like, look, I'm not only did I turn 50 during this whole horse shit, I realized how unessential my shit was, how unessential comedy is. They can just take it away from me, and I could understand by canceling, but I'd still be able to do my gigs. This whole thing freaked me out, but I'm also like, I've never done what I wanted to do. And I look, I'm sitting there going, okay, I can't move and get a $700,000 house. We were looking at going to Florida. It's like, we can't go to Florida. We can't do it financially. We'd have to sell our house, go rent something somewhere and live somewhere. I don't know where. And then wait till we sold the house and then go buy a house. We've already done that. We did that when we bought this house. We rented Noam's old house and lived there for 4 months. And that was a miracle that happened.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, okay, well, I'm like, we're waiting, 10 years ago, we we're going to buy land in New Hampshire. 5 years ago, we we're going to do it. And we never do it. And now it's like, it's creeping up. Like it was 30,000. Then it was, 40,000. And then it's going to be 200,000, because people are, gobbling shit up now. Right. And then we're like, well, we can't get a house. We can't spend $300,000 or $250,000. We can't spend $250,000 on a house. And then we started looking at these tiny homes. And I'm like, we're looking. And all of a sudden we found this place up in Maine, this tiny home place. And I'm like, this would be a great little adventure to film to, go up and see these homes and see if we could, what they look like and walk around them and maybe we could, because we do have a line of credit on the house,
Right.
An equity line, right? It's not much, but it's there. And I'm sitting there going, well, it's there, but maybe we use it. Maybe we use it and we buy a tiny home and we get a little piece of land. And that way, if the shit goes belly up in New York City, we can just go up there. That it's not, we don't have to rent the place. We can just go live there and then sell this place and then get the money, pay off the fucking thing, and then go where we want to go.
Right.
Because I can't get a loan because I don't have a job.
Right.
I can't go to a bank and go, hey, and they're going to go, well, what have you done in the last year?
You'd be like, well, my friend said I'm funnier than Bill Burr.
My friend said I'm funny. And I've done 5 shows.
Yeah.
I've done Versanis. I've done side splitters. You know what I mean? So it's like, and you can't, for the equity line that we have, we can't get a thing. So we decided to, but I was like, let me film this, at least have it. Because it'd be a great little documentary or a little thing. And when I film something or I have an idea, I don't tell people these things. Because if I don't wind up doing it, right, I feel like a failure. I've talked about shit with people so many times where it's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
That's the thing. It's a difference between talking about it and doing it.
So that's why I didn't tell you or anybody. I don't tell anybody.
I shouldn't be included in that whatsoever. Mush, I understand, but me, ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous? Because if I told
bounce
you
it off me first.
Bounce it off you. I did kind of bounce it off you. I did.
It's all right. I forgive you. As they say in page 34, forgive and ye shall feel forgiven.
Well, no, that's not a page. That's not on any page, but I did talk to you about it and your advice was amazing. I told you the Rolex advice.
Oh yeah.
That was it. I was kind of talking to you about it without letting out of the bottle, because if I didn't do it and then I went back and you were like, hey man, how'd it go? And I'd be like, we didn't wind up doing it. Or we didn't film it. Or we didn't, you know what I mean? You would have been like, oh, okay. But inside it wouldn't have bothered you, but you would have been like, he talks shit. I hate, because I've been around so many people without mentioning names. Dude, I got 2 million and we can do whatever we want. So we should write something. I went to LA for a pilot season. I left my wife back in New York. I rented a fucking Airbnb for 3 months to go to LA to write a pilot. Okay. And I'm sitting at my house every night ready to write. And I would get a phone. Hey, dude, I got to go to this party. Hey, dude, I got a show. Hey, dude, there's another party. For 3 months, I wasted my fucking life.
Yep.
And then I've had friends that don't talk to me anymore because I booked something or something was about to happen and I didn't tell them, because I've been in this situation where I was going to get something. It never happened. And I told everybody. And then I look like a fucking dildo. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be that guy.
So the reason why I didn't really talk about it, I was going to probably present you with the thing after we got it. You know, dude, I just filmed this thing and this is because of that. But anyways, that being said, we went up
there. No longer mad at you.
But you still are.
No, I'm not. I get it.
Yeah, it wasn't but the, it's this thing of like, okay, we don't have money. We're fucking, dude, I can't even tell you. I wake up like this in the middle of the
night. For what? Anxiety?
That's why the spirituality shit is saving my life right now, because dude, I had gigs until December every weekend.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be at a theater last weekend. I was supposed to be in Syracuse this weekend. I have a gig on the 24th, and I have a gig in Side Splitters, and then I'm done for the year.
Oh, no. Listen to me. Once you do Side Splitters, then Florida's open up again. There's events happening here. The Super Bowl is here.
I know.
What's that? What?
I don't have those. That's all fantasy because it's not reality. My reality is what's on the books and the deal, the contracts are signed.
Right, but we need to make a reality. So let me throw this at you. So if COVID kind of turns down, usually what they do for a Super Bowl is Radio Row, where we'll go like to the convention center and set up with a bunch of other radio stations and ESPN and blah, blah, blah. And then they bring guests by all day and you interview them for the show. You got to come down for that. And we got to set up at my morning show table, a Calta and Kelly table. So when we're done broadcasting for my morning show, we start taping stuff for this show. I got plans for us for the future.
Dude, listen, that's beautiful, right? But
I know it's not paying your mortgage.
It's not even, it's a weird thing, man. It's just, I was scared to hold on for 3 months. Now it's a year. It's a fucking year. So whatever. I look at everybody's in the same situation. Everybody's bummed out. So I don't want to get into that. But the fact is that this fucking thing, we went up there, this couple was great. And we got up there, man, we drove 6 hours to Bangor, Maine.
Right.
And Bangor, Maine, dude, it's fucking the Wild West, right? And then we drove another hour and 40 to where they lived. And, dude, I'm nervous. I'm talking, are you nervous? She's like, no, I'm not nervous at all. I'm like, we're going to meet people in the woods. Like, you know what I mean? And we got up there and we're driving around and dude, you're driving around and there's a fucking abandoned house from the fucking 1800s and then land and then it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. And we pulled up to this place and they're building this brand new house. And there's this fucking family. They're in their 30s. The guy is cool as shit. The wife is awesome. The kids are the shit. 2 great looking kids. The dog. And we pull up and it's like we've known them forever. And they got 2 of the tiny houses right there on the land. And we went in and look, I was supposed to have Toby, my friend, comic friend, who's this great video guy, film it, but his girl got very sick and wound up going to the hospital. So now it's me by myself, which I'm talent. I don't like doing this. I don't like fucking, hey guys, I'm fucking, you
can't fully concentrate on one thing while you're trying to do another.
I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a yapper. I'll sit down and talk to you forever. If someone can film it, you'll get gold. But if I have to hold the camera, whatever. So I wound up doing an interview with them. I shot some of the stuff. And then it was so funny, Calta, we're sitting there talking. And their kids are out there. They got fucking ATVs. They got dirt bikes, right?
Yeah.
They got all this shit, right? I want to see if I'm going to send this to Mush. And they can, Mush, the video that's on the Patreon?
Yes. You put it on Lens, so you need to send it to me.
Why don't you send it to you?
I can't. While you're doing that, we do have our special guest for today.
Oh, I got a special guest too. Come here, you.
We have a special guest.
Well, he's here every week.
Hey.
What?
There she is.
Oh.
Hi.
Who's that? Your future father-in-law?
So.
Hi. What, Max? What did you say? Future father-in-law? Have you and Max played? Did you go dancing today?
She's going now.
You going dancing? What type of dance you taking?
What are you? Acrobatics today.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome until you see how flexible she is. Then you want to vomit.
Why? That's great. She's flexible. She got to be flexible when you dance.
Yeah, it's good now when she's 7. When she's 13, it's going to make me want to shoot myself.
Are you and Max gonna? You haven't played any Minecraft or anything? No. How is Max to play with? Is he okay?
Does he cheat?
You like? He doesn't cheat. No. Why does he?
You always
No.
say he cheats and he curses with the F word a lot.
No, I don't.
I'm just kidding.
Daddy made that up.
I'm just kidding. All right, get out of here. Give me a kiss.
But
Say
you
bye.
say that.
Say bye to Bobby.
Bye. I'll see you later. Call Max tonight.
Okay.
So, okay, hang on, Mush. Let me send this to you before you jump all over this fucking thought. Fucking chooch. Okay, so, dude, so we're sitting there, and I, I'm talking to him about. I talked about this yesterday. Who gives a fuck? I was talking about this dude with them, right? Stop looking at your phone. Stay with me.
No, I was yawning.
All right. So yeah, but don't yawn either. I mean, control yourself for the love of God.
I've been up since
yeah.
4.
Okay, sorry. I apologize. I was up at 4, but I got up like this. You got up like this. And
I
you
go like
rolled
this.
around it. You got up like this.
Another
Oh,
day.
I want a Starbucks.
I'm gonna buy a machine gun today.
Yeah, so anyways, we're talking about oh, you guys live up there. Kids are just fucking driving on the four-wheelers and hanging around. They have these things, these blow-up tubes that they go in, and then they roll down this huge hill. They have 62 acres of land on an old Christmas tree farm.
Wow.
So that it just smells like Christmas because these trees are everywhere, right? It's gorgeous. And I'm telling them, yeah, I love it up here because, I want my kid to be dangerous. I don't, the reason, our kids grew up with depression because we got yelled at, but we didn't grow up with anxiety because we did a lot of crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Went to the park by ourselves, rode our bikes. And he was like, yeah, that's true. That's very true. These kids now are growing up with anxiety because they don't do anything. Their parents are hovering over them. Don't do this. And all of a sudden I look and Max is driving by on a fucking four-wheeler. And I went, guys, he's driving the four-wheeler. He went,
like a kid's 4-wheeler?
no, an adult four-wheeler. Max is driving. He must have just told the kid, let me drive it. And the kid just said, okay. And then I go, Max is on the four-wheeler. He goes like this. Well, you said you didn't want to grow up with anxiety.
You don't want him to be afraid either. Just go do it. You get hurt, you get hurt.
Mush, do you got that video?
It's ready.
Oh, let me see that.
But wait. So my dream, you got to know this. I've never ridden a dirt bike in my life, but I've always wanted to ride a dirt bike.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I've always wanted to do. I've just never been around a dirt bike growing up in the city. I saw one a couple times as a kid. I was like, oh, I want one so bad. I just wanted one. So here, play the video. That's Max. That's Max on the four-wheeler. That's me. What's this?
Holy cow.
Look at me. That's me on a dirt bike.
Shut up.
That's me on a mini little baby dirt bike. That's Max. Look at Max.
Dude, how have you not moved out there yet?
How beautiful is their land, dude? That's just their backyard, by the way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, anyways, bring up Tiny Homes of Maine on the Instagram. These people are great. And Carlta, I'm telling you, if you should buy some land wherever, when we go to Tennessee or somewhere, you should look at a little piece of land and you should contact these people because, dude,
I would.
I'm telling you right now, Mike, watch these things. We looked at this one.
Do you have it, Mush? I have it if you don't have it.
It's right here. There we go. Sorry.
Just bring it up, Calta. I mean, we would have had it.
Oh. But here's the thing.
Yep.
Could you and your wife survive in that without her killing you?
Okay, so go to the one on the right there, the top right. Look at that. Okay, can you make that big?
I know what you're saying. In my mind, that's all I need to live too.
But listen, You're not living there for your life.
Right. You're just staying
So
there.
imagine getting a piece of land, Calta, right? And throwing that fucking thing on it. Okay?
Yeah.
Plugging it in, right? And throwing that sucker on it. And that's got a full kitchen, full shower. It's got 2 sleeping lofts. It's got a little tiny living room and a big kitchen area.
That's awesome.
Okay, now, or you're gonna go type in prefab. Look, the prefab houses.
No, I've seen prefab houses, trailers. I know what they are.
Yeah, which is fine.
Right, but it's a different thing. You can move this.
Click on the inside down the bottom. Yeah, right there. Look at this. Make that big. Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
So Max is up top. There's a bedroom down the bottom or a living room down there. A little kid. You know what I mean? I mean, when you're out in the woods, dude, you're outside. You wake up in the morning, you go on your deck.
Right.
You have your tea. You know?
Then the best part is you live in Maine for a little while. The snow starts to fall.
Bye-bye.
You hook it up to your F-350 and you drive it out to someplace a little North Carolina or South Carolina. You go someplace a little bit further south, but it doesn't get that cold and snow as much.
You could. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm in. If you were just a little bit cuter, we'd be the best gay couple ever.
Dude, my God, we get 2 XL sleeping lofts.
You and Dickie would kill each other living in that, but me and Bobby, we'd get along just fine.
Nah, you think you would, but it's really big.
I would be fine in that if it was just me and my son.
Right.
Like, how many times did you think me and Max could live in this? No problem.
Well, the thing is, too, is that me and Dawn, the cabin that we stay in for the last whatever, and when you stay at somebody's house, you're really just living in that space that they give you.
Yeah.
A New York City apartment is no bigger than that. Right?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Can you bring it up again, Mush? Just bring up the interiors, the pictures of all the interiors of their houses.
Yeah.
Where's the poopy room?
All right. So Mike.
Yes, Dad.
Go back. Scroll down there to make you. All right.
Okay.
That's a poopy room. There's one with a couple photos of the shower. So over on the other side is the toilet. You put the toilet, right?
What do you mean you put the toilet?
They don't install the toilet because
Yes.
they want you to pick whatever toilet you want. Do you want a regular toilet that hooks up to does that one have a bunch of photos? Click that sink. Now scroll through that.
Okay.
See, there's the shower.
Perfect.
And it's big. It's not a small shower.
Right.
I could fit in that.
Right.
And then you get the sink, and then the other side you put a toilet. And it's got a sliding pocket door, and you're good to go.
Okay. I'm in.
Now you can hook up a compost toilet. A lot of people use compost toilets, so you don't need shit.
Right.
You don't need any of that. So you just plop it down like an RV.
Then you got to clean it.
But what you do is every 3 weeks you take it out and move it to your compost field, and then you grow tomatoes in your own shit, and then you're self-sustaining. Right.
I eat my own shit tomatoes.
I get that, but you're eating shit tomatoes anyways. What do you think they fucking grow tomatoes in?
I'd rather have somebody else's shit tomatoes. Tomatoes than mine.
Water, you just get you hook it up to a hose if there's a hose on the land. Like they lived on those for the last year while they were building their house. And they have 3 kids. They had 2 of them. So they lived in it, and you literally just hook it up to a hose to get your water. It has a water heater inside, and it has a stove.
They have heat
and AC washer and dryer if you want it.
That looks good, dude.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. 10-4.
Oh, wait. My fucking earplug.
I like it. It'd be a nice, like I always used to want to buy an Airstream and live like Riggs used to live from Lethal Weapon.
Stop talking.
Oh, I'm just talking to the people.
I can't hear you.
I'm entertaining the people.
What?
Not just about you. There's a whole bunch of people watching this show.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but I want to hear what you're saying because I'm fucking the show too.
I have a way of repeating where you can't even tell. So what I was saying,
what did you say?
I used to want to live in an Airstream that you'd pull with a car, like Riggs from Lethal Weapon, where you could just park it on a beach.
Yes.
And be like, now I live here. There's me and my dog. and I can go out, swim in the ocean,
Right.
sit on my little porch, drink a couple of Budweisers, kick off my shoes, fall asleep
Yeah.
outside. Next day, get up and go to work, be a cop.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that home, $79,000. I mean, with everything.
As much as I paid for that gun today.
Did you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's a good dude. I could sell this house, buy a nice one of those for $100,000.
you get bigger ones too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Spend $100,000, buy a nice one of those, still have plenty of money from the sale of this house in the bank and live off of that.
Oh, dude. Think about if shit does go down in New York City. And I got one of those up in New Hampshire on a fucking land ready to go.
Yeah.
Now, another thing too, here's the other thing. Rent it. Airbnb the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
If you and the kids wanted to go to New Hampshire to see the foliage, go to New Hampshire to go to Wares Beach or the lakes or whatever, right? And I was renting that out for a couple $100 a night.
Totally.
Just you pull in, middle of the woods, fire pit. Now hiking forever, and you're in that, and it's all glass, facing the woods. Wake up, barbecue. I mean, you're outside all the time.
No.
You know, when we're up at my uncle's house, we wake up in the morning and we're hiking. We're walking around. We're going out. We're down at the lake. It's not like you're sitting in.
No.
The reason why you get something like that and put it in the woods is so you're outside. But anyways, we were with this family, dude.
I can't wait till we go to Tennessee because the house we have is massive, but I also can't wait to get out and see Tennessee and be out in the cold weather.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm telling you, me and you should start a business where we fucking buy land out in the middle of nowhere, right? That my sister's Airbnb in a tiny house village. And I'm telling you, these tiny homes, fuck RVs, you know, because I was thinking of getting an RV. I was all into that shit, right? They cost $140,000, $130,000. They fall apart. It's all garbage.
They're ridiculously priced.
Now you can get one of those. The guy was sitting there. We're in the house. The door's wide open. And one of the kids, the wind slammed the door shut and it's about to slam. And I'm like, he's sitting there like this. And it slams and it goes, fook. And he goes, it's well built. Just builds them. Because I'm telling you, this is fucking handcrafted, American made. This guy does it all on this machine. He is unbelievable. Imagine if me and you fucking took out a loan, got 5 of these, bought a bunch of land and put these on the land and rented them out.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why do we have to have this guy build them?
Well, I've looked into these tiny homes.
Bobby,
and
I had a guy in 5 seconds that was going to sell stolen boats in Miami. In 5 seconds, I can call Willie.
I'll tell you why.
And Willie, I could be like, Willie, I need you to build me some tiny homes that are mobile. He's like, all right, I got you.
Some of these guys are building them up in Maine to withstand Maine weather, right?
Yeah.
So cool in the summer, warm in the winter. He's lived in these with his family.
So
I talked to him about the building of these things and the way they build them. Some of these tiny homes, dude, they make them very cottagey and fucking kitschy. I mean, if you look at that tiny home, that's very country modern.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool as shit. One side of it is all view. The other side is privacy. Where you put that on your land, the sunset and the sun comes up behind your house and sets right in front of you. I mean,
what if we bought land in Kissimmee, which is really where Disney World is?
Yeah.
Or Orlando, right outside of Disney World, and made a tiny little village there and Airbnb'd that.
You'd make a lot of money, but here's the thing: is you'd have to the fucking Disneyland families are savages.
Yeah, they're also willing to pay a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but you just got to make sure that you got a manager that's going to clean that shit up and make sure these savages don't fucking leave their savage shit behind. Those little fat roly-poly fucking Disney families.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I do know very well.
Yeah, and with COVID, it's a little tougher to Airbnb right now. So, but yeah, dude. I mean, I look at a hotel room or a fucking Airbnb with a fire pit and a picnic table and outdoor space.
I believe we have a business venture ahead of us, Robert.
What's that?
I said, I believe we have a business venture ahead of us.
Buddy, and these people are the fucking best. And to go and buy, I looked at land with houses on it and it was 250. And then the land that you want, like the house is 175, but you'd have to rip it down anyways. That shit really doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe back in the 80s and early 90s, you could get a cool little camp hut somewhere, but now it's all the millionaires have already fucking embarked on the woods behind my uncle's house, right? For 30 years, he bought this land, $30,000 30 years ago. We used to go up there and shit in the woods and camp. Now he's got a fucking insane mansion, house with a guest house and a garage, and he owns the land so behind him, he's got this beautiful stone wall, right? And behind that is just woods. When this pandemic happened, the richest woman in the country bought that fucking land.
From right out from underneath John Dutton's feet?
Behind him. That John Dutton shit is real.
Oh, yeah.
That Yellowstone stuff, these people want that land. And she went and bought 500 acres behind my uncle's house.
Wow.
That was owed to her, I think, because of the family or something. And let me tell you something, dude. She put a road in like a week. Like where the trail was, and there used to be this beautiful tree-covered trail with leaves and fucking newts, and me and Max and Dawn would go up there and we'd get newts and frogs, and there was a bench halfway through, and I would always sit there and just chill for a second. It was the most beautiful, tranquil, serene place I've ever been in my life. In a week, that bitch put a road up that path to her house, and the road is not the road she's going to use. It's just for the trucks, so the trucks don't have to go by her other rich friends. It's a truck road.
That's hilarious.
Like they're a fucking dude. I'm telling you, people are buying country land right now.
Look at this.
Something's about to go down.
Look at this. Hold on. This is what David suggested. Designer cottages. Have you seen this? Look at that.
What's that? Yeah. How much is it though? It's probably $300,000.
I don't know.
Find out how much. I guarantee it's a lot of money. Find out. I would be interested to know.
I'm looking right now. Hold on. Stop.
And another thing is you can't. Here's the thing. You see a house like that, you're like, oh, that's great. If you live in that area.
Yeah.
They're not coming to fucking where you want to be. You have to go to where they want.
Right. I got you. I'm looking. It doesn't say. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's a great little house. But what is it? Low County. The Low County. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, same. But listen. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's huge. It's beautiful. 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
Bathroom. Yeah. 1 bed. 1 bathroom.
I'll find out how much it is.
And here's the thing. Here's the reason why a tiny home like that is awesome. Okay. Because in 15 years, right? Hey, Calta, we're coming to Tampa. We're fucking old. 10 years, 5 years. Hey, we're out of here. We're gone. Right? You can, number one, just sell the land with that on it. Or number one, sell the land and take that, hook it up to my fucking truck and go where the fuck I want to go.
That's true. You're mobile.
So it's the tiny home thing. I feel who said 150K?
David.
Who's David?
David S. He was the one that suggested the tiny cottages in Tennessee, designer cottages.
Right, but they're in Tennessee. You can't get them up in New Hampshire.
You can't move them. Terry said there's a tiny home community near Fowler and 301. Yes, they're called trailer parks. Totally different.
It's different. Trailer park people, dude. The thing I think you want to get is a nice piece of land, and then you put that in it so you're not near anybody.
Right.
You might be near neighbors, but not close. And when you buy land, you don't want to buy. Okay, so you buy land. The front is the road. You can have neighbors on the side, but in the back of you, let it be natural forest, like a preserve or some shit. That means you have this much land, but you really have that much land. Right?
Yeah.
But I think that's what we're trying to do. And I'm trying to come up with a sizzle reel of, I want to do a show of figuring out how to most people can't afford to get something.
You should do the show. Should be. I know this is easier said than done, but you should just sell your house.
Yeah.
And go live the tiny home life and film that for the show.
I can't. We'll kill each other.
Tiny home, big mouth.
Tiny home.
Name of the show.
Big boy, tiny home. Big Bob, tiny home.
Big Bob, tiny home. Dude, Big Bob, tiny home. How I gave up my palatial estate in
Palatial.
New York, in
Palatial.
White Plains, New York, so that I could live the free life on a tiny home. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And you, dude, the first episode, Max riding a 4-wheeler, you outside smoking a cigar. This is what it's all about. Nature. I'm happier than I ever been. Cut to dawn. She's inside just fucking cursing, throwing shit around. I'm not going to fucking outhouse. This is fucking disgusting. I hate this fucking country.
Well, they offered us. They were like, "Hey, if you want to stay in this home tonight, you can." And I was like, "Great." I called back. I'm like, "Hey, where do you go to the bathroom?" They're like, "Oh, we have an outhouse." And I was like, "Yeah, that's not happening." Dawn would literally hold her shit for a month and then die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I've come to once I was in my 20s, I realized I could shit anywhere.
Oh, I can shit anyway. As soon as I saw Mythbusters where they would say pee doesn't hurt you, like pee is fine.
Other people's
I was
pee.
like, "Oh, I'll sit and pee. I don't give a shit. I don't care."
I mean, it's gross. It's gross, and the smells are gross. But like, I don't like to go on a porta potty if it's got somebody's load of shit inside it. But if I have to go, I have to go.
Oh yeah, I've shit. I'll shit anywhere. And I tell
I'm not an aggressive shitter. I'm not like, "Hey guys, I'm going to shit." At all. I'm just saying I won't get to the point where it backs up my kidneys because I'm afraid to go in public. You want to stare over the top and stare at me while I shit? I don't care. You want to look at my wiener through the door? I don't care.
I don't care about any of that either.
One thing I will tell you that with this weight loss that I've experienced, that you completely negated, by the way, in the beginning of the show by saying I had mental problems from my youth.
I did.
I have been taking a lot more
pounds.
I've been taking a lot more pictures of my wiener lately because it lays fantastically now.
Yeah.
Instead of being like a little beep, it's
nice.
Instead of being like a dog who heard a noise, it's like, I'm a sleepy dog.
It's got some hang.
Sleepy dog. Yeah. It's like some gravity to it. So I keep sending pictures of it to my wife.
She keeps sending them to me. I didn't know what they were. I thought you guys were making brajol. I tell you a story. One time, Joe Yannetti, we had him on the show. Why am I hearing it again?
I like Joe.
I was leaving Boston back when I was first when I was first in New York. I would have to come back to Boston, and he let me stay with him once in a while because I had no place to go, and I would have to come back to do these gigs for Dick Doherty for like $500 for the whole weekend. And my rent was $325, so I would pay my rent for a month and then have a little money left over for food and the train, right? And I would have to take the Greyhound. So I remember we were leaving, and he had these sunglasses, and I had them on, and he's like, "You want to wear those?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, you can have them, but those are $300 sunglasses." Remember Spencer? Remember the show Spencer for Hire?
Oh, Spencer for Hire, sure.
Remember Hawk with his glasses?
Yep.
Spencer. Remember those glasses?
Avery Brooks. Best Hawk ever.
It was those glasses. Right. It was awesome. He was awesome. And my English teacher in college was his stand-in, by the way. It looked exactly like him. He goes, "Those are $300. Don't fucking lose them." I was like, "I won't. I swear. Thank you so much." I couldn't believe somebody gave me $300 sunglasses. I'm wearing them on the bus ride home. All right. We're 40 minutes outside the city in Connecticut somewhere. I go to take a piss. I'm pissing in the Greyhound or the Peter Pan, whatever the fuck it was. And the sunglasses were right here on my shirt, like hanging, like right here. And the bus hit a bump and the sunglasses fell in the fucking toilet. And I sat there for 40 minutes trying to find a way to get I was like, "Don't fucking lose these." 40 minutes I was in the bathroom. I heard fucking knocking. I was like, I'll be out. And then like I heard over the thing, we're pulling into the Port Authority or whatever the fuck it was. And I just went, and I stuck my hand in the toilet. And as soon as I stuck it in, I felt a fucking nugget hit my thumb.
Like you were trying to snatch a cobra.
And he was going up the ramp and it was zhushing. Zhush, and my hand was in there. And I fucking grabbed the glasses and I took them out. I used every baby wipe in the little thing. I was, scrubbing my hand off. I was fucking puking. It was disgusting.
Did you tell him?
I did tell him. And then he goes, dude, I got those at a fucking gas station, you idiot. I was kidding. He's like, I give you $300 sunglasses, you fucking idiot.
That's fucking great.
I was fucking miserable.
That's funny.
All right, so listen, we got Ray Allen coming on this week, Thursday. My Aruba Ray.
Oh.
The last time I believe he was on my show, he got into a big fight with another comic. It was fucking hysterical.
Ooh, maybe there's hope for us.
Before you start to wrap up, don't forget we have a guy who's been waiting 30 minutes while you pitch tiny homes.
I think we're too busy
Hang on,
today.
stop. Pause
Too
for
busy
a
today.
second. Pause for a second. Listen, Mush, you're the fucking producer. You probably sent me notes, right? You probably sent me notes.
I tried to introduce him twice.
Hang on, I know, but you probably sent me a text message or the chat in the room saying, "Hey, Joe's here. Can we bring Joe?" You didn't.
I got nothing.
I said it to you guys.
Yeah, you said it, and I said, "Hold off."
Our
but-
brains are we're in creative mode right now. We can't
Yes.
hear outside the show. I only hear Bobby. He only hears me.
Yes, your job is to steer our ship.
You're a bad captain. Bad captain.
But to also not interrupt you when you talk for literally 20 minutes
Yes,
straight.
you have to learn to do both.
Yeah.
Also, is it necessary for us to listen to Joe's terrible
Yes,
jokes?
it absolutely is. Play the theme song.
All right.
This is my favorite part. Everybody, this is for you.
I like to put these jokes in a tiny home.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, make Joe big.
What's up, guys?
Where are you?
Oh, I'm in my living
What's
room.
up, Joe?
There's a little construction going on in the cheese room, so I can't really.
What are you doing in the cheese room?
Oh, it's just a leaky roof that the landlord has got a ladder and shit over
So
there.
we're gonna add that.
I feel like I could smell the rest of this apartment. I feel like it smells nice. Like I could smell that wood and the humidity at the same time.
Well, it's been leaking for years now. And then the plaster's been coming off the ceiling and stuff. So now they finally they're up
Why
on
don't
the
you
roof.
come to me? Why don't you come to me? This is what you take one for the team. You lay down, you let Olivia chisel a little pieces out of the roof, and you let it, and then she lays it on you, and then you start screaming, and you take video of it. Do the fucking come on, Joe. Novice.
What? So I could sue them?
Yes. I was in here doing my cheese show, and the fucking roof fell on top of me, and now I can't do cheese shows anymore. Give me $1
No,
million.
you know what you do is it fell on the cheese, asbestos, and you ate the cheese and you wind up getting sick.
That's good. Or if you ever get sick of Olivia, you club her in the head,
Jesus.
and then you
My
put her
bad.
body down there, and then you make some feel like it fell from the ceiling on her head.
Hey, are we making that announcement today on the show?
Yes.
We got a big
Joe
announcement.
and
You have to
Olivia
stay
have
on.
broken up. No, we're not.
No.
We're doing it. We're making the announcement on Thursday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I told the
When is
fan
Aruba
yesterday-
Ray on?
He's on Thursday.
So let's do it on Wednesday. We'll do it tomorrow.
All right, we'll do it tomorrow. We're making a big announcement tomorrow, but Joe has to come back on.
Jesus, just as long as he doesn't have any more jokes.
Oh,
Dude,
I got
I-
6 of them.
Yes, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the very talented young comedian. He is popping off in COVID. He is. You can see him at the Village Lantern if they ever come back. If not, he's probably gonna have to do some more editing. But he's here for you today. Joe Russell, everybody, welcome, Joe.
Thank you all. Thank you. Hey, the other night I went online and downloaded a movie. It was a bootleg, which is a Canadian film, A Boot a Leg.
Okay.
I didn't want to
Can I
lie
re-
with that.
Can I request a replay on that?
All right, I just threw the card down. Hold on. Let me get it.
Easy Letterman.
Yeah, can you throw the cards towards us too, not down? Good.
The other night, I went online and downloaded a movie. It was a bootleg, which is a Canadian film, a boot a leg.
Throw it at us, please.
Yeah, huzzah.
That's great. Let's
Huzzah.
go.
All right. One time I walked into a hospital to use the bathroom, and the nurse said I couldn't, and I had to buy something first. So I got my kidney removed. Didn't have to pee after that. Hey, my good friend, he only dates Chinese girls all the time, and finally I was like, what's with all the Chinese girls? And I'll never forget what he said. He said, "I'm Chinese."
That might be your best one.
Right. Hey, I went to a country western store and asked if I could use the bathroom. They said, no, you got to buy something first. So I bought a 10-gallon hat. I peed in it.
You can't use two. I gotta pee in the store
This is the
jokes
same-
in 1 week.
Yeah, you can't have the same joke structure as the other joke and just switch places.
Well, I just want to see which one you guys like better.
Oh, hey, joke, hey.
Yeah, this 10-gallon
Actually-
hat is stupid.
Every joke should end with "I'm Chinese."
Very good.
Hey, my grandma is so old.
How old is she?
Hey.
She's so old. She went to the doctor and he said all her organs are Wurlitzers.
The old organ.
Last joke, guys.
Yay!
Uh-huh.
I went to
Please let him get through it. Get out.
I went to the laundromat and asked if I could use the bathroom.
Wait. Don't fuck it up. Go back.
I went to the laundromat and asked if I could use the bathroom. They said, no, you got to run a load first. So I shit my pants. I'm just laughing because you told me not to do it again.
You shouldn't. I actually think that's one of the best ones out of the same structured jokes. You son of a bitch.
Mhm. Maybe your jokes should have a theme. 5 jokes all with the same setup.
Yeah, I wrote down a list of like 30 places that I might have to use the bathroom at. And those are the only ones I could think of.
That was good.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was great.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
When
Joe,
in doubt, just go.
Huh?
I'm Chinese.
Hey, what's up with all the Chinese girls you're dating? I'm Chinese. That was great. All right, thank you, Joe. Hey, Joe,
Yes, sir.
are you gonna have to break the roof on the little tiny show thing you made for Olivia?
Yes, it's like a voodoo doll. Everything he does to that happens in real life.
It's to scale.
Mhm. Where is Olivia?
She's at work right across from me.
Where is she?
She sits across from me at work.
Can we see her?
They want to see you.
Is she laughing at any of these?
Is she Chinese?
There she is.
That was fantastic.
Yep.
Hi.
What is she doing? What kind of work?
She runs like payroll for like theater companies, which is it's booming right now.
Everybody gets 0 again. I guess I'm done.
How much do we eat? Nothing. How much do we eat? Nothing.
What's 3% of nothing? Did she ever fuck up because of your jokes? And actually give somebody $10 extra because of your bad jokes happening, distracting her?
She distracts me.
Dude,
Uh,
dude, I'm Chinese. We have to get that shirt made. That's one of the first shirts we're getting made. I'm Chinese. All right,
oh,
listen. Yeah, we gotta all right, listen, Joe. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
we'll see you next week. And tomorrow you can come on towards the end, maybe,
Okay.
for our big announcement.
Great.
I will have Mush hit you up and then you come on. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. You fucking sweat hog. We'll see you tomorrow.
He is a little Horshack-ish.
Oh my God. Fucking unbelievable. That was great. I love it. I love that fucking segment, by the way.
Chinese.
Hey man, what's
I
up
hate
with you dating all these Chinese girls? I'm Chinese. It's just the way he delivered it was great.
Would have been better if he would have went, I'm a Chinese.
No, not better. Okay, well, there you go. That was the show, people. Mike,
That was a lot of extra show. It was a lot of show.
a lot of extra show because we haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other. You know, right?
I lied about one thing on the show today,
Oh, whoa.
and I won't tell you what it is.
Can I guess?
Yes.
You eating healthy.
No, I've been eating great.
I
I went to the Greek restaurant with my wife yesterday for lunch, and I had a fucking salad with no dressing.
Jesus Christ.
Explain to me how I have heartburn today.
You have GERD.
No, I drink too much coffee and on an empty
No,
stomach.
coffee's bad for you. Switch it up. Drink green tea. It'll be better for your esophagus. Your esophagus flap is probably burnt out.
What is going on?
What? What'd you just do? Did you find something?
There's
What?
somebody at my house. I'm looking at my Ring doorbell.
Okay. Oh, this is great.
I don't
What?
know. My cleaning lady is here,
Okay.
and she was going through my wife's closet and getting a lot of stuff to give away, like to Goodwill.
Yeah.
When I came home, there were like 10 garbage bags out front. I didn't want to have anything to do with it, so I just walked past them. And now some guy is taking the garbage bags.
Maybe what does he look like? Does he look like he could be your husband?
No, I know her husband. Let me see.
Well, who is he?
I don't know. Maybe some guy that works for her, but it's
All
just
right, well,
odd
go-
when you look outside and there's a random dude taking bags off your.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just crazy. All right, go do it. Would you?
All right, whatever.
We'll go
See you
take
guys
care of it.
tomorrow.
All right,
Okay.
we'll see you guys tomorrow.
What
Mush, what do you
tomorrow?
got?
What time tomorrow? Where we going? I need to know things.
Mush.
You said tomorrow night we're going at 7. Does
Is
that
that
work?
bad?
It is bad for me.
What time would you like to go?
Well, Wednesday we're going at 3.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just spit on microphone. God damn it.
Can we go at 3 tomorrow?
Okay.
3 o'clock tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out patreon.com/Robert Kelly. You get
Yes.
the bonus episode on Friday, the jerk off party on Saturday, and you get to watch these live and be part of the live chat, unedited as well, ad free. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out. Really tell your friends. And CaltonKelly.com will be ready very soon. And follow us on social media at Calton Kelly on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yes. And of course I want to thank all the ladybugs for being in our comment section, commenting funny. As always, you guys are the best. Too many of you guys to name, but Sarah, Chris, Crumbung, Fat JC, Lou, Melissa, Curtis, JC.
Everybody
you got-
except Ken.
Well,
We love you all. Everybody
Uh,
except Ken.
Terry, Greg, everybody. You guys are the best. David, good for you. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And our buddy, Mike, I love you. And Mush, I like you a lot.
Thanks.